so many people around us getting diagnosed with life-threatening conditions all around us. Someone has cancer, someone has something else, and every other family has a person with cancer. And this has basically led to the motivation behind starting this company. Avana Health is an integrative healthcare company, and we wondered that there has to be a better way to deal with all these conditions than just being dependent on pills or not having control on your health and your quality of life. In fact, Avana is the brainchild of Shruti herself, who was diagnosed with cancer in 2016, and she managed to reverse her and resolve her cancer, and this put her on the path of holistic and integrative medicine. But what is integrative medicine? What is functional medicine? In simple words, integrative medicine or functional medicine is the blend of the modern and ancient science. It takes the best of contemporary modern medicine and it fuses it with the wealth of knowledge that we have from alternative sciences like yoga and Ayurveda, and it studies the whole body as one interconnected system. So integrative medicine doctors are trained in things like nutrition, sleep, physical therapy. They have knowledge about yoga, they have knowledge about acupuncture, about managing stress and what stress can do to your body. And they're experts at looking at your body as this one interconnected system. When where something if something is wrong in one part of the system, then it affects every other part. But this doesn't mean that we don't this doesn't mean that this approach doesn't include taking medicines or that we reject all these advancements that modern science has made. Rather, we accept it wholeheartedly. We take the best of modern research and science, but also look at all these other aspects and treat food as the first medicine that a body should take. So probably a lot of you might know this, but 90% of chronic diseases on today's date are caused by lifestyle. That means how we live, how we eat, how we consume, what we breathe is what contributes towards us getting these diseases. 60% of all the deaths in India are also attributed to chronic diseases. That means millions of people every year around us are dying because of some or the other chronic condition, be it cancer, thyroid. Chronic conditions are basically lifestyle borne diseases. And modern lifestyle makes us all prone to these conditions like diabetes. And I'm not, saying this because I've just read it on Google. In my house recently, there have been two people, family members, who have just been diagnosed as pre-diabetic in the last few months. So Avana was founded with the core belief that functional medicine and integrative medicine should be accessible to the average person. And at Avana, we are able to do that with the gift of technology. And we are trying to make this more accessible to everyone. We launched in 2000 in this year itself, but during the last 3 years, as a private practice, Shruti has helped a number of people around the world reverse conditions like cancer, thyroid, diabetes, obesity, and infertility in a more holistic manner. Um, Before we get into the details of the plans and discussing about diabetes, I would also like to give a little glimpse of what exactly do we provide. We provide, an advanced program for everyone that resolves and reverses these chronic conditions and gets people off medications. Who is this for? Who is Avana Health for? It's basically for everyone. You might be going through a hormonal issue, autoimmune disorder, thyroid, infertility, cardiometabolic diseases, cancer, or you might have been diagnosed with cancer, or you've already come out of it but you don't want to go into remission. So we bring a panel of experts in the integrative medicine doctors. We have mental health experts, physical therapy experts, yoga experts, nutritionists, who all come together, and we build one customized plan for you to understand the root cause of your problem and how to resolve it. Now, moving on to today's session about diabetes and reversing diabetes, let me introduce our panelists here. We have Dr. Lily Keswani with us. She is an integrative medicine practitioner. She transitioned into integrative medicine after 3 decades in gynecology practice and endoscopic surgery. She was also the first female laparoscopic surgeon in India, and she has authored various books on diabetes and endoscopic surgery. She has also presented papers in national and international conferences and conducted workshops in Bombay and across the country. And after all these years in her practice, she realized that she can help people regain their health through integrative medicine approach, because it goes to the root cause of the disease and helps them reverse their conditions. She's worked with patients of conditions with different conditions: diabetes, hypertension, autoimmune. And she's now an expert in helping people reverse conditions like diabetes, and she'll be leading the session today. Along with her is Shruti, my partner and co-founder of Havana. Shruti is a health coach, and she is the lead health coach at Havana Health. And she is the one who takes care of the patient side of things. So now let me hand over to Shruti, and we can, Shruti, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Stage
Thank
is
you.
yours.
Thank you so much, Tanya. It was a lovely introduction, and I hope everybody got a glimpse of Havana. And welcome, Dr. Lily.
Thank you.
It's the second time we are having, and I'm very excited to do this with you. We have, the kind of participants we've gotten messages and all are very eager to be on this program today. So let's just get into it. And it's a very, very important topic today for India or for anyone. Diabetes has become such a major, major issue. People, as Tanya was saying, people are getting pre-diabetic, or even people in their 20s, early 30s have gotten diabetes, and it's just become an epidemic. In India, particularly, it's becoming a leader of diabetes in the world, and there are around, say, 77 million people right now in India who've gotten affected by diabetes. This figure can go up to 134 million in by 2045. So you can imagine every second, or every second person can get diabetes. There must be some reason why this is getting an epidemic, and mostly middle class people and people even in rural urban areas are getting affected by it. So what is diabetes? Why the hush? Why what has happened all of a sudden that we've absolutely India has become such a leader in diabetes. So we are definitely going to just today's session is about reversing diabetes, crushing diabetes, and getting to the myths. Why mostly when you go to the doctor, they always have this reason to tell you, or they'll always tell you, oh, you have got diabetes, that means you have to be on the pills for rest of your life. For that matter, any kind of disease, they just want you to take insulin, or they want you to be on this pill, but they will never tell you the root cause. And there are myths about it, like, okay, most of the people I hear, my patients, that I have sugar. You don't have sugar. It's a byproduct of insulin. The insulin is not working. Either insulin is not there, or you have insulin resistance. Having low sugar, or having high sugar, is just a cause of it, and there are so many other causes. So let's just get into it. And basically, diabetes occurs when either there is no insulin or less insulin. Insulin is produced by your pancreas, which is an organ. It is a part of a digestive system and your endocrine system, and it is based on the abdomen, like the behind part of your abdomen. And there are types of diabetes: type 1, which can be an autoimmune condition, and type 2, which has become like a lifestyle condition. There is also a third type of diabetes, which is called gestational diabetes, which we are going to talk, and I'm going to talk to Dr. Lily about it. So Dr. Lily, this one major thing which I have also seen, and I'm sure in your journey, people don't know the major difference between type 1 and type 2.
Thank you, Shruti.
Yeah.
So type 1 is what we used to call juvenile diabetes, that means in childhood. But we don't call them by those names. And we used to call type 2 as maturity onset. But we don't call them any with these names anymore, because we find that the maturity onset diabetes type 2 is happening in younger and younger age. And
Right.
the juvenile onset diabetes, which is type 1, is now happening even in teenage years. So that distinction has become quite blurred. So
Yes.
type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune condition. Autoimmune means where the body is attacking its own tissues. And that basically is because of gut damage to the gut, to the intestines, which in modern medicine, when you say that we just want to give insulin or drugs, let me please clarify that I have come from a modern medicine background. And we have not taught these things in our medical schools. So when we do these, when we give drugs, and I have been giving drugs for more than 3 decades of my life, so I will never, fault any doctor for doing that, because this is what we taught and this is what we do, this is what we believe. We have not taught about nutrition, we have not taught about prevention of illness, we are not taught of in any way that, there is any other approach other than the pharmaceutical approach. But this is because of what we are taught. It is not necessarily because of what we believe autonomously. It is because of what we believe because of our learning.
Right.
So coming back to diabetes. So autoimmune condition, we now know that there is a damage to the gut. And therefore, if we can reverse the damage to the gut, we can also reverse autoimmune conditions. But
Right.
in type 1 diabetes, there is damage to the beta cells of the pancreas. They are damaged often to an extent that they cannot recover. Some of them might, some of them may not. So beta cells are not able to produce insulin. So here that there is a very important difference between type 1 and type 2. The beta cells are not able to produce insulin, and therefore insulin has to be given. These type 1 diabetics are insulin dependent. But in type 2, the beta cells are making insulin, but the cells are not sensitive to this action. They are resistant to the action of insulin. And this is a 100% reversible condition, which
Yes.
we have learned fairly recently over the last decade or so. Until now, we have been treating with uh, either oral anti-diabetic agents or with insulin.
Yeah.
But today, now that we know that diabetes is a reversible condition, I think there is no justification for anybody to be on medication. I think it is just not, it is against conscience, that anybody should be on medication. Once we know that medication has got such serious side effects.
Right.
But why do we see type 2 diabetes happening at younger and younger age group? Why was that not happening, say, 30 years ago? So we can very easily correlate with our lifestyle 30 years ago or 50 years ago to the lifestyle that we have now. We didn't have McDonald's 30 years ago. We didn't have packets of chips 30 years ago. So as we have been moving from home cooked, natural, healthy food into highly processed, not even processed, highly processed and ultra processed foods, junk foods, what we commonly call them as, we find that our health has been deteriorating along the same graph, as the junk food rises, the health deteriorates. So there's a very clear correlation between our lifestyle and chronic disease. And therefore, yes, it is that it is a very serious situation that, like you said, almost every alternate person has diabetes or pre-diabetes. But it also gives us hope that once we know the cause, we can treat it.
Exactly.
We know that this is the reason, and therefore it is treatable. And it is actually treatable at the root level. It is not like we have been doing, in our allopathic teaching for all these years. We just suppress symptoms. We just give drugs to lower the blood sugar without actually going down to the root level and finding out what caused this in the first place. And it is not only just insulin resistance and nutrition that will do it. We have to deal with all the factors, such as, when there's chronic illness, there is always a imbalance in the hormones as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that needs to be corrected.
Yeah.
Of course, nutrition needs to be corrected, and this needs to be very, very precise. It
Yeah.
is individualized. Like I saw, there was a question somebody asked about milk. Uh, Many
Yes.
doctors suggest that milk should not be taken. Yes, that is true. Milk, eggs are one of the most commonly common items which people are sensitive to or allergic to.
Yeah.
However, this is individualized. There is
Yes.
no blanket rule for anything, that everybody should go off milk forever. That is also not true. So we have to individualize the recommendations for every person because we are all different. Shruti, you are different from me. Your biology is different. Your genetics is different. Your
Yeah.
thoughts, your environment, your toxic load, your hormones, everything is different.
Yeah.
And you have
Absolutely.
to,
And that's one of the reasons, Dr. Lily, functional nutrition plays such an important role, that we kind of analyze everybody's lifestyle, their
exactly,
genes, what are their, which environment, their ethnicity, who are cooking,
exactly,
what are kind of,
exactly.
likes and dislikes, because it's
Right, right.
also very psychological, right? Like the kind of food
Absolutely.
you.
Mind body balance. That's
Yeah.
what we call a
So
mind body balance.
that's why one man's food can be another man's poison.
Poison. Absolutely.
And it has to be like the problem with medical science, I feel, and I don't know if, correct me if you're wrong, when you go and it's like absolutely one protocol is given to all the patients,
Absolutely.
and which
And
I
it is
find it,
ironic.
yeah, it's so ironic. They don't
It's
even
ironic
understand
that it's a Hippocrates, who was the father of modern medicine, was the one who said food is medicine. But
Yes,
we are not following his teachings at all.
yes. And with diabetes also, I find, when I talk, or you must have also seen, there is so much difference between why it caused, why it happened actually. It may be genes, but it may be lifestyle, it may be stress. So the parameters are so different for each and every person, that causes the hormone imbalance. And as you said, a very important point, gut dysbiosis,
Yes, yes.
that is also one that people just leave it out. They don't actually see the kind of gut dysbiosis one is having, the digestion problems one is having.
Well, of course, we didn't know about it until recently.
Yes, yes. So let's talk about the signs and symptoms. One, if somebody's, what are the symptoms one should look out? And there's like frequent urination, or even fatigue happens when you are pre-diabetic, or if you have diabetes. Hunger, of course, delay in wound healing, burning feet. Anything else you would like to add in for the signs and symptoms one should look out for?
I think that when the signs and symptoms have already developed, it is a pretty late stage in the evolution of the disease.
Right.
Yeah, I think, the first thing that you would notice is a rise in the insulin level, and particularly a rise in the postprandial insulin level 2 hours after food,
Mhm.
which is not going to give any signs or symptoms. Which is,
Okay.
but this is a test I think everybody should do. And since we are seeing it at younger and younger age groups, maybe we should encourage, even teenagers to start doing this one simple test, just at the insulin level. Even if we do a fasting level, even that is very
Right.
informative, very
Right.
informative. So I think that is what we should do. And of course, these are all symptoms which are going to emerge quite late.
Right.
Here, I would like to say that this terminology of pre-diabetes, where your fasting blood sugar of 125 is considered non-diabetic, and when it goes to 126,
Yeah.
then you're diabetic. 126 is too high, because we start
Yeah.
seeing complications from 85, 90 onwards,
Right.
So
Right.
you've already had that time moving from 85 to 125, when your organs are already getting damaged.
Exactly.
I think we should abolish this term called pre-diabetes and only look at postprandial blood sugar and postprandial insulin levels, so that
Yeah.
we catch the illness at its very early stage, at which time it is very easily reversible, and before any complications have started to develop.
Absolutely. See, pre-diabetes is you have diabetes.
Absolutely. this is a terminology which has been created
It is being created. If you
by
come into the diabetic,
yeah,
pre-diabetic, that means that I was reading an article that says that pre-diabetes means you are prone to have diabetes and you have diabetes.
not prone. I think you're much more than
Yeah, much more than that.
prone. These
Much more than that. And
organizations
it
like
was
the
revealing. It was quite revealing. And
we follow everything that American Diabetes Association tells us, as if that they are the only ones who have. But I think following their guidelines has misled us into developing all these complications.
absolutely. I agree with you. And also, I feel that, of course, we are talking about the other factors which contribute to diabetes, obesity being the one. I also want to ask you, like, mostly when people become obese, or even they are obese and the insulin level is elevated, mostly the insulin levels will be elevated. It will be very tough for them to burn fat, and they will likely to suffer from this, like losing a lot of fat. Is that true?
Absolutely. Insulin is an obesogenic hormone, obesity causing hormone. Genic, it causes obesity. So when their insulin level is high, it is impossible to lose fat. So they need to bring down the insulin so that you can get into a fat burning mode.
Yeah.
Yes. So obesity environment, yes, there are toxins in the environment, all kinds of toxins in the air, in the water, in the food, and also mental toxins. So we have not ever paid a lot of attention to toxins in our allopathic modern medical system, but it is an important cause of ill health, which really needs to be addressed. Sedentary lifestyle, you can't exercise out of sedentary lifestyle complications. You're sitting for 8 hours a day, and then you go to the gym for an hour, or even if you gym for 2 hours, but those 8 hours of sitting has already caused the damage. It cannot be undone. So what you need to do is 25 minutes sitting, 5 minutes walking. So every 25 minutes of sitting, you need to walk for 5 minutes.
Wow, nice. Yeah.
So your organization may say, oh, in 2 hours they're not on the seat for 20 minutes. Out of 120 minutes, in 20 minutes they're not on the seat. But no, actually it improves productivity. There are studies which show that it improves the productivity, and it allows thought to be more focused. And by reducing the insulin, they're going into hopefully more of a ketogenic state where mental clarity improves. So actually the productivity improves.
Right.
Hormonal causes, stress is one of the biggest causes. Stress raises cortisol raises blood sugar raises insulin raises obesity, and there you have that cycle. Then you have diabetes.
Right.
Certain medications and genes, of course. So genes, yeah, this is important. That oh, my mother had diabetes, or somebody in the family had diabetes. My whole family is diabetic.
Yeah.
So I have to be diabetic. No, it's not. Your genes don't dictate your health.
Absolutely.
So I think this is a very simple way to remember that genes load the gun, but it is the environment which pulls the trigger, and the environment is something we can control. So it doesn't matter if your genes are against you. It is up to you whether you're going to pull the trigger or not.
Yeah, and people get so scared, even for cancer or even some sort of vaccines. They just like, they want to get things because the doctor said, oh, it's me in my genes. If my mother has breast cancer, if my mother has thyroid, even my family has diabetics,
right,
I will be. You are just already putting that thought in your mind.
Exactly.
So it's important. That's well said for you. It's very well said that the environment matters a lot, and
Absolutely.
you can reverse.
And you are a prime example. You have beaten cancer, no?
Yeah.
So we can reverse cancer. We can reverse any chronic illness, including mental health issues, including autoimmune conditions. Autoimmune in our in our modern medical system, all that we do is we give steroids, or then we give anti-malignancy drugs.
Yeah.
And as you can imagine, both of them have really serious side effects.
Yes.
But it can be reversed. We go to the root cause and reverse it and become healthy again.
Yes. So, Dr. Lily, I just want to understand that why is, since you've been to the other side also, why for diabetes they really don't address the root cause? What makes them? Is it the medical world?
Yes,
I'm just
of
being
course.
asking a controversial question, but it's just came to
Not at all. I'm really happy that you asked me this. Um, this is what we are taught, like we said. You know, so we are all good students, so we follow whatever we are taught.
me.
We are not learned to question the prevailing wisdom.
Yes.
That is something that our education system doesn't teach us. But
Yeah.
now that there are more and more doctors like me who are questioning it and learning other ways. So we learn that yes, there is a system, and I'm really happy to see that even um, people interested in health like you are taking it up and helping other people. So we can reverse it. We can bring about a revolution. We can help people become healthy again and to really enjoy life without complications, without drugs, without visits to the doctor. Typically, after I see consult a patient for diabetes, they don't even need a single follow-up. They're done for life. They get such a crystal clear path that they don't need to come again. It's very
Right.
unusual that a diabetic patient needs to come for a follow-up.
That's true. Even, I mean, the results are so amazing. In 2 weeks, they will suddenly feel that the blood sugar has gone down and
Oh,
they're feeling
absolutely.
2 weeks.
Absolutely. In about 48 hours to maximum of a week, we are able to reverse to stop insulin.
Yeah.
And in maximum of a month, we are able to stop oral antidiabetics as well. And this is across the board, irrespective of age at diagnose at when we see them,
Yeah.
irrespective of length of the duration of the illness, irrespective of presence of complications. So long as the patient is willing to comply with the recommendations, it can be reversed.
Absolutely. It's all about the belief system, I feel. How much belief are you putting? How much how much of your weightage are you putting? And I body is such a powerful
Oh,
mechanism. The powerful,
it is infinitely resilient, and we
yeah,
never ever give it the importance it deserves. That
yeah,
to understand that the body is so resilient.
yeah, absolutely. And even about, say, type 1, mostly people say that, oh, type 1, forget it,
Nothing.
this
Yeah. No,
cannot
no, we
be.
can do so much.
Yeah.
There are patients who have been able to stop insulin completely, even in type 1. Even in
That's
type
one.
1. And there are ways in which we can help in regeneration of the beta cells as well. Okay, it
Right.
may not be 100%, but even if it is to some extent, at least we can avoid those huge fluctuations in the blood sugar, make
Yes.
it more stable, decrease the risk of complications, improve the longevity. Even that is a tremendous achievement, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I also want to talk about the side effects of taking these terrible medicines of like adverse effect of diabetic drugs, because it's important for people to educate, and we are here to tell everyone that, listen, you're taking that pill, but you know what you're putting in your body is nothing but slow poison.
Absolutely. All of our allopathic drugs have got side effects, everything. And some may be very mild and some may be very severe, but they're there. To date, there has not been one single study done on the effect of two or more drugs together. When the blood sugar does, I would like to hear come in with a little example of how drugs can affect. Let us take that there is a sink where the tap is open. You're not able to close the tap; it's malfunctioning. So the sink is full of water, and the water is overflowing onto the floor. So you get a mop and you try to dry the floor, but this overflow is too much. So one person is not able to control that flow. So you call a second person, you call a spouse, come and help me mop. But then even then they're not able to control. Then they call a third, a child also come, so maybe with 3 4 of them they're able to now keep the floor dry. But because the floor has been wet for a long time, maybe the tiles start to become loose, maybe mold starts to develop on the walls. So if we take this analogy to diabetes, we
Mm.
find that the blood sugar, all we're trying is to bring down the blood sugar. We have not even addressed the root cause. It goes down for a while, then it it doesn't respond, then we add a second drug. Then it doesn't respond, we add a third drug and a fourth drug, and then we add insulin. But because we have not treated the root cause, the complications are still occurring. This is a very, very important thing to understand for everyone here, that because the root cause has not been treated, the complications are still occurring. It's just that it's not visible until it becomes visible.
Right.
So going back to the analogy of the sink, why can't we just turn off the tap? So that gives us time to then explore the cause of the leakage. Maybe there's a valve that is burst or something, and treat that. So same thing we are doing. We turn off the tap, we explore the root cause, and we treat that, so that now we don't need all these people mopping up. We don't need all the medications.
Absolutely.
So we have never done a study on what happens when we know that drug A causes so-and-so reaction. We know that drug B causes so-and-so reaction. But what happens when you give A and B together?
Yeah.
We've never done a study on any kind of such drug interactions. So we have no idea how they will respond, how a particular person might respond.
Yeah.
Because genetically, a particular person may not have the enzyme to metabolize something, let's say folate or something like that. We don't know. We just give it to everybody.
Exactly.
What happens when these two come together? What is going to happen? We don't know. And maybe that is the reason, that we find mortality at young age. Almost every day we hear of so-and-so 32-year-old or 27-year-old had a heart attack or something like that. How do we know what happened, what is going on in their body? Because we never approached it from that thought process at all.
Right. Also, these people find it so difficult once they put insulin, they take insulin, or they take diabetes drug. They just become so dependent on it, and that's what the doctors, actually the conventional treatments people, they get happy, and then it just increases and increases and increases the dose.
Insulin is obesogenic.
Yeah.
So when we're giving insulin to somebody, we are going to make them fat.
Right.
So then the diabetes is definitely not going to get reversed. So this is, somebody gave an example of it is like giving alcohol to an alcoholic.
Right.
It absolutely doesn't make sense, because they have too much insulin in their body already. They are insulin resistant. The level of insulin, if we check it, is going to be really, really high. And then we're giving them more insulin in a desperate attempt to bring down the blood sugar. But the blood sugar is not the problem at all. You've been looking at it from the wrong direction.
Absolutely. I think, that's like a real question.
Simple way to understand.
Yeah. And I also want to bring in the conventional versus the holistic approach of what is disease management, and why should we really look at. I know it's not easy for someone to come and decide and get to the root cause, why it started. It's a lot of hard work. For me also, it was a lot of hard work, understanding my own system, my mind, working on it. But then you need to understand it's in your hands to take the responsibility. Are you going to get drugged? Are you really wanting to get into that, where you just take a pill and just leave it to the doctor? But the implications you will get after years, there will be so many side effects, not one disease, and then you get another disease, and the whole circle.
Absolutely.
But right now you have the power, you have the choice to understand the root cause, work on it. And with diabetes, especially, Dr. Lily, I don't know whether you've come across, people become very sensitive, and emotionally they become very sensitive, they become cranky, they become difficult to handle. They just become like a little too emotional, I feel.
Of course, because stress is one of the causative factors for the diabetes, and then the diabetes itself causes stress. So they are really stressed. So at that time, they're not emotionally strong enough to deal with the mind-body balance part of it. So that is why I always treat the physical part first, bring down their blood sugars, help them to become more confident with themselves, then go into the mind-body balance.
Yeah, it's so important to do step by step with them, because it's like it's too much for them. Even if you tell them that we are reducing the kind of insulin, they will be, oh my God, they'll have like, ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा, ऐसा करेंगे, ऐसा क्या खाएंगे, and they also are, then I won't be able to eat, I won't be able to, I've already, doctor has told me not to eat sweets, doctor has told me not to eat this, but you're telling me to eat even like, you know, not this kind of diet. So it becomes a question of a very emotional attachment towards their food also.
So that is why I always ask my patients, you know, is there some particular thing in your diet that you're totally attached to and this you cannot give up? Because if I tell them to give that up, it's not going to work. I know it's not going to work. It doesn't matter if I say that, you know, this is not good for you, don't take it. If they're attached to it, they're not going to give it up. And therefore, I have to build my recommendations around their uh, strong likes and dislikes.
Right.
And I would like to say here, you know, that our integrative approach is different from the modern medical approach. That, you know, in modern medicine, we give them, take this paracetamol 3 times a day. And this is a blanket prescription for anybody, whether they're age 12 or they're age 80. We just give it to them. You know?
Right.
And they know that when they take that paracetamol, the fever will come down, the headache will go away. But here, we don't have such a magic pill that we can give them, you know, okay, you take this pill and your diabetes will go away. That is not going to happen. We don't have any such, you know, fairy dust that we can sprinkle on them. We give them recommendations and it is up to them to follow the recommendations.
Yes, absolutely. I completely believe in it because it may work at some level. And then, of course, then we have to again like go back if it's not working or if it gets stagnated. Okay, this much is work. Now let's see whether, you know, what other things we can bring in. Maybe we bring in some supplements, we bring in some change in the diet. Maybe there are emotionally stuck somewhere.
Right. So when we balance the hormones, you know, here we balance them using bioidentical hormones.
Yeah.
Bioidentical is exactly the same molecule that we have in our body, and therefore it's 100% safe.
Yeah.
So we do that. We do personalized nutrition. We do targeted supplementation. We talk about toxins. We talk about lifestyle. We talk about stress management. We talk about mind-body balance. All of these things together, and that is why, you know, when people say take this leaf powder or take that drink or take that particular tablet and your diabetes will go away, it won't, because you need to address it from all of these
all the areas, not one.
How will there is never a magic bullet? How will it doesn't matter how good that particular thing, whatever that recommendation, but that alone will never work.
Absolutely, I completely agree. It's like the whole approach, you know, not only one area, but the whole mind body approach, the physical approach. You need to exercise. It's so important for any diabetic patient to exercise, no matter what, for 5-10 minutes, as we said. But the exercise is physical aspect is such an important part of a healing process, because you need movement. We are not meant to sit. We are not meant to be at one place.
Right.
So yes, so let's also talk about when we, obviously there are, how to correct insulin resistance is obviously when you go, you have, but how, let's talk when you get diagnosis of diabetes. So what are the questions they can ask a conventional doctor, Dr. Lily?
First of all, don't panic, because now we know that it can be reversed. The panic is only going to add to the stress and then it's going to worsen the diabetes. It doesn't matter if you have been diagnosed with a blood sugar of 500, it can still be reversed. It can be reversed. And so that is what you have to ask a doctor, you know, that how can I reverse it? Don't simply just blindly accept anti-diabetic medication, whether it will be oral or injectable. Ask them how it can be reversed. How can you recover your previous good, vibrant health and joy in your life without any risk of further complications? And like you said, you know, build a support system around you so that if you, the diet that we recommend for diabetics is a healthy diet. It is not necessarily a diabetes specific diet. So it is not that, the diabetic person in the family will be eating something different and everybody else in the family will be eating something else, which again becomes a challenge, कि अरे उनके लिए ये बनाना पड़ेगा, and so then it gets lost. This person is feeling threatened that I am eating this and everybody else is enjoying something else.
Right.
Plus the one who's cooking is threatened that I have to cook, different styles for different people.
Right.
So no, so we have the whole family following a healthy diet, which means that the entire family is going to improve in their health.
Absolutely. I love this. I love this when other clients also tell me that because of his diet or her diet, the entire family has started.
Improved. Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though they are not ill or anything, but
Yeah.
maybe their health was at this level. So if from this, average level they drop, they'll fall ill. But if from average they go to optimum level, then
Yes.
even if they fall, they'll still come only to average. They'll not go to illness.
Absolutely.
So it is something that everybody can embrace, the entire family can embrace.
Yeah.
Everybody will start losing weight, everybody will start losing their belly fat, everybody will have more energy, they'll have more clarity of thought, everybody will benefit.
It's said, right? One healthy person can give life to 4 more people.
True.
So yes, that was.
Maybe, my book will help people.
Yes, definitely. Let's talk about stress. How important do we, like everybody knows we don't, like stress has become, it's like it can cause diseases, particularly about diabetes. I want to talk about that. People get stressed and they accept it, that it's a part of their lifestyle now, that this much of amount of stress is acceptable, it is applicable.
It's more than acceptable.
Yeah.
It's like a benchmark, I am so stressed. No, I am more stressed. That means I am more successful.
Yeah.
It's an ego issue even.
Yes. So we have techniques, of course, where we can.
We should learn this from school level, how to relax.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So, of course, when you join Avana, Dr. Lily is one of our panelists where we take reverse, we talk about reversal, we reverse the diabetes. We will obviously work on the types of diet, types of exercise. Meditation is something which, of course, needs calms you down, brings the stress levels down, and there is very personalized plan to it. So let's now jump into taking questions because we are running out.
I'll just talk here about the meditation.
Yes.
There are studies. I'm very excited to see a couple of my classmates here. So
nice.
Excuse me for using a little bit of medical terminology. So there are studies which show increase in telomeric length with meditation. And telomeric length is an assessment of how long you have to live in a very simple way. So it actually can help improve our lifespan, by meditation, by bringing down the stress level.
Lovely. There's a question. I have been exercising for the last 20 years and have good diet control. I'm 66 years and I am told aging is main thing and it can be reversed. My PBS is always 200 or more.
So what is the name of this person?
I'm sorry, Dipali has message from someone.
Okay, so sorry, I cannot take your name.
Rajendra Shah.
Okay. Okay, Mr.
Rajendra ji.
Yeah.
The recommendations have to be personalized. It is impossible to give any specific recommendation for anybody because we need to know your hormone status, we need to know your nutrition status, even though you're saying that you have a disciplined diet, but then what is the disciplined diet? Is it the right diet for you or not? So unless we know more about you, it is difficult to give specific recommendations, but I would like to give some general recommendations which everyone here today can follow. Simple things that you can start doing today, which will show you results. Just the simple thing will show you results. One, avoid all processed food.
Okay.
Like processed cheese, wherever it says processed, avoid that. 2, avoid all packaged food. Anything which comes in a packet where there is an expiry date, expiry after 3 months, expiry after 6 months. So why is the expiry after 3 months? When we cook food at home, it doesn't expire after 3 months. It expires after 3 days. So what is the difference? So they have added trans fats to it so that it can have a longer shelf life. Trans fats are extremely harmful to our health. So no packaged foods, and that means no biscuits. And I'm emphasizing this, no biscuits. It doesn't matter if it says, oats biscuits or ragi biscuit or multigrain or whatever. Whatever it says on the packet is advertising. Advertising is not nutritional information. Please remember that. Advertising is not nutritional information. So, no processed foods, no packaged foods, and no refined foods. Anything that says refined, run away from it. Just doing these 3 things will help improve everybody's health.
Absolutely. I totally agree that no processed food. Also have a low carb diet, right?
No, personalized diet, how to contact you and all detail you can give it to us.
We will share more details with you, Mr. Rajesh, and we are going to write down, and you can check with us. You can also, there's a we are launching a website. You can contact us. I'm going to put the number down here in the chat box. Just contact on these numbers, and you can have an appointment, and we will send you a couple of forms, and then we can obviously connect with our expert like Dr. Lily, and we'll have the whole process.
Shruti, you can go to the next slide where the contact informations are there.
Yeah.
Next one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take one more question, and Tanya, you want to take ahead? You want to take over?
Yeah, so if anyone has any more questions, please write it down, or you could also speak right now. Dr. Lily would personally answer your questions.
One question is from Anisha, I think.
I'd like to ask, I'm based in Nagpur. My name is Vilas Kale, and I'm 71 going, and so I'd like to, because I live in Nagpur, how does it work for me? I mean, if I have to come and consult Dr. Lily, and Dr. Lily, I'm a friend of Ajit Arenja. He sent me this information.
Okay.
Ajit Arenja, you know him, the Tanishq franchisee.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So Ajit told me, and I believe he was your classmate or something.
Lovely. So nice to have you here.
I would really love to go on this path which you have suggested. But how do I do it? I mean, practically.
Online,
I live in Nagpur.
online, just like we're doing it now.
Yeah.
Okay, online.
Yeah.
We have complete online structure.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me answer this question, Shruti.
Yeah.
So we have been talking, and like Dr. Lily has been saying, we don't offer a copy paste style of plans or memberships like a lot of other companies are doing right now. All our plans, memberships are completely customized. You have diabetes and somebody else might have diabetes, but your plan, but your nutrition, but your supplements, they cannot be the same because your bodies are different, your history is different, your genetics are different, your habits are different, things you consume are different. So based on your requirements, your likes, your dislikes, your past history, what issues you've been with, what problems you've dealt with in life, your environmental factors, we design very custom plans for you. They're personalized plans. Everything is online. Everything is open to people from across the world, not just India. The whole plan works online. You have our numbers here on the screen. Please feel free to drop us a message. You can also WhatsApp us on any of these numbers and we will instantly reply. We will do a free 15-minute consultation for everyone and take it from there. It need not be just diabetes. If any other problem you are suffering with, anything related to hormones, anyone has infertility issues, anyone is cancer. Cancer is actually one of our specializations. Autoimmune diseases, cardiometabolic diseases, heart diseases, somebody's had a surgery and wants to recover. So we address all these issues with a very personalized approach. Dr. Lily is one of the experts on board, and we always have a doctor, integrative medicine doctor, who goes through your reports, your history, and looks at all these different aspects of your life, and they're always involved in the plan that we create. So there would always be a doctor on your case. All plan includes things like mental, emotional counseling, physical therapy, yoga therapy. There's going to be personalized nutrition. There's going to be a lot of advanced testing. Not just regular health checkups, but we do a lot of advanced health checkups. So all of these together, we put together to create a personalized one-on-one plan for you, where you're not dealing with an AI or a chat bot. You're dealing with an actual person who will help you and guide you through it throughout this journey, and will always be available with you online or through WhatsApp for unlimited support. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Will
that
it
we
be
can
50,
answer?
15
My name
minutes
is,
consultation?
sorry. Yeah, my name is Anil Tekchandani. I am from Mumbai. I wanted to know which are the medications which the trigger of blood sugar increases.
So there's a whole list of medications.
We will have to take your form and we will have to look into your history to know this.
Okay.
Okay, how long does it take to see the diabetes reversal? This is something that is really important, and I think I would like to answer it. Like I have already said before, in some cases, we are able to stop insulin within 48 hours. We're able to stop oral medication within a week. It will all depend upon the interaction, how well you are able to comply with the recommendations that have been given by interacting with us and helping us to help you to walk the path.
Absolutely.
When can we have this 15 minutes consultation call anytime, or what is to be done for that?
You can just send a message on the number given on the screen, and we'll schedule a call with you as per both, as per the timings available.
Okay, thank you.
So please drop a message and we'll schedule it. Somebody's asking what is the consultation fees. The first call discussion is completely free, and the charges and all depend on which plan are you going for. We start with 3 to 6 month plans, and once you get in touch with it, we'll send you the details of what all is included. What different plans have different charges.
I hope we answered all questions, and if there are any other questions, please follow us on we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and soon our website is also going to launch, and these are our numbers. Anytime you can give us a message. And thank you, Dr. Lily. It was, I think, a very insightful session today. Thank you, Tanya, for facilitating it. And thank you everyone for joining. I hope it made a difference to you, and hope you'll take another path, a holistic path towards your healing.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Dr. Lily.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much.
Thank you.